You're built to save people more than the rest of us. That's who you are. You're a hero.
I need you to end this now. Since I shot Dog Day Afternoon, I wanted to do a bank robbery. See, if Al Pacino had this kind of artillery, he never would have gotten in trouble at the end of Dog Day Afternoon. He'd have won.
There's a guy named Red, and Red is robbing a bank. And he has a detonator in his hand with 8 pounds of C4 strapped to all of the victims.
LA's been a madhouse, and now finally they've asked for Hancock to come out and help them. Hopefully Hancock's going to be able to do his job with a little bit of superhero pride and etiquette.
I'm really trying to turn over a new leaf. So I break up a bank robbery.
Hancock's flying through the bank, picking them off one by one before Red, our villain, knows what hit him. Coming at him like wild, wild. Call me an asshole. One more time.
We're just about to stick Will on the wires for the first time.
It's hot and harnessed. It's a bad combo.
What he's going to do, he flies in about 250 feet on these winches and lands hard, bounces, and slides to a stop. But it's quite frightening for Will in that, you know, he's hovering 70 feet in the air. We're trying to give a reality to this film, and the more we can do with the real actor flying through the downtown city streets is great. It's a real environment, and it's going to look real, and that's going to be the difference.
Action! Two lives are going to collide right now, and you just got to hold on and make sure you put those safety seatbelts on.
Filming this sequence in the beginning where he saves my life was pretty cool for a guy like me.
I don't have any of next week's lines learned yet. Just today's. Action!
I have never really been invited to take part in anything on this scale, with its effects and its stunts.
I don't have a bunch of these great takes in me. I don't know what they're doing.
Very good.
He feels like he's rushing in to catch it before it falls. He can push that sucker up, and he can take all day to walk in and make that punch.
All cameras, rolling!
You're not flying by the valley, are you?
Ray asks him if he can drop him off at home. So Hancock puts Ray in the car, picks the car up, takes it, and literally drops him at home. And Hancock comes in for dinner and meets Mary. If there is such a thing as love at first sight, as close as the universe has ever seen.
Almost as if they have some history that you don't know about, and that's really what's motivating him. But when he touches her, she throws him through the wall, and then it's a shock and a surprise that she's the same as he is.
Go. That's awesome.
The refrigerator toss, you know, is a special effect combined with a visual effect.
It's not something to be done recklessly.
It's difficult in that we're pulling a fridge through several walls, hitting several cars, and we want to get the camera as close as possible. So once we've done, say, the initial toss, which goes through the living room and out through the living room wall, if we want to do a take two, that's a total rebuild. So it somersaults through the kitchen wall, probably about 60 miles an hour, crashing through the furniture and out through the wall.
Into this car, that car, that car, that car, and that car.
Should be good. Should be great.
Action! 3, 2, 1, go!
We're back here for a second time because the first time we did it, one of the cars actually misfired, just blew up and shot about 50 feet up into the air.
It's a 3-hour changeover, which that's the way it goes.
3, 2,
The fridge slightly went the wrong direction, so we're going to do it again. To a degree, it's trial and error. The poor special effects guys have been working all day, testing things, and you know, obviously they're not testing with a wall there, so it slows things down a bit. So we'll get it in the end. It's good, really good. Excellent. Guess that's lunch then.
Nice. Enough with the whole crazy lady routine. I do not remember you.
What we decided is that he has no memory who he is, of any of his experiences. There potentially could be things that he could do that he has no idea that he can do. So what he has knowledge of is flying and extreme physical strength. So those are the only things that he has any conscious knowledge of. And when he comes in contact with Mary, he notices that there's some connection between he and her and the weather. He doesn't know exactly what it is, but he's certain that it happens because of that.
And at this point, Mary is sort of a goddess who uses lightning as one of her tools. And Hancock is a god who uses weather as one of his tools.
Tornado, there it comes.
A battle of tornadoes versus lightning, which is really cool. And it's more a battle of Mary versus Hancock, but the tornado versus lightning thing takes into mythic proportions.
And fighting, go.
I thought it was quite smart to take that iconic thing that we all know and put it in a story that explains that it's our gods.
You're becoming mortal. It's us. Being close to each other.
What we're doing is a final type of bad guys meet good guys shootout.
Action.
And there are a lot of different pieces that they have to shoot.
We're shooting the whole sequence, which is the final sequence of the film, which is set within a hospital. It's such a big sequence that it's so diverse in its logistics.
Well, the hospital scene in the beginning, or in the early stages of pre-production, we considered a practical location, but then as the action grew and there was more fighting and there was more known about the sequence, it became clear that it would be better to build it so we could completely control it, and then we could do whatever damage we needed to the set.
Here we go. Ready. 3, 2, 1, action!
The hospital set's amazing. It's amazing. Brilliant, brilliant set.
Maybe to a happier place, superhero.
Oh damn, I think I have to get wet today too. That's just not a good look at all. I'll take hot over cold like every day of the week. I much prefer 120 degrees over 40. You know, that's just how my makeup is like that.
Upon us all, Hancock.
What, we have 3 days of that? Yeah, that was a little aggressive. That was a little aggressive.
It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. I got wet 0 times. Not a drop.
We had to make transitions each night so that a wall that was solid one day becomes a wall with a huge gaping destruction hole in it the next. All these things take a lot of planning because if a stuntman has to run into something, we have to rely on our effects team to make things safe.
Will throws these bad guys. 3 of them are ex-Navy SEALs, and they play our bank robbers, and they are big guys. I think one of them weighs 250 pounds, but we throw this other guy who weighs 350 pounds through several walls at the hospital into another guy, and then they both crash back into a solid wall. But it's a real challenge. It's got to be different, and it's got to be good.
The hospital set, all in all, we had nearly 20 rigs, stunt rigs, and then on stage 12, we've got the bathroom set.
1, action.
So when they crash through the wall in the hospital here, they go into the locker room. And that's a big fight sequence there with Will, which is a lot of breakaway and smashing and bashing in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's much easier when another dude has to fly out the window, and all I got to do is grab and make the move, that's a whole lot easier.